Hey guys, today we're going to have a look at some 4-chord songs. Now you've probably come across some kind of 4-chord song video before, be it The Axis of Awesome or, I don't know, play 100 songs with 4 chords or whatever. And they're really fun, really like them, very entertaining, but they can be kind of misleading because I've not really seen any that take into account the key of the original song. So if you try to play along to it on your guitar, you might go, hang on, this doesn't actually work, or maybe it's just a small part of the song. So what I'm aiming to do here is show you the easiest way to play a 4-chord song, kind of what they are, and give you a few examples in this first video with a bar of each chord, and we're going to be in the key of G, and we might use a capo on a couple of these songs, but the majority of them are actually just going to use open position actually in the key of G. So at the moment we're going to be missing out a couple of the really famous kind of 4-chord songs, maybe like With or Without You or Don't Stop Believing, because they're not in the right key for this. So those 4 chords that I am referring to are G major, and we can play this G absolutely anyway. I've covered how to play a G quite a lot in my beginner's course, but just as a recap, we got your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, we got your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the thickest E string, and then your 3rd finger right down low at the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Now you can also play this with your 3rd and little finger on, so all 4 fingers, and I really recommend this way to change to a D. Did a whole bunch of songs just to get this change from G to D, absolutely nailed, kind of in prep for this 4 chords lesson I guess, but it's the most common change on guitar, so really make sure we got this change done. After the G and D, which are for a bar of each for all these songs, we're going to go to E minor, which is the 1 minor chord in a 4-chord song in this particular order. So E minor, and then we can keep your middle finger down to play a C. And of course you could, if you've come across it before, keep your 3rd and little finger down for all 4 of these chords. And that sounds really cool as well, so you'd be playing an E minor 7, a C add 9 and a D sus4. If that sounded French to you, it's all good, don't worry about it. But they're just other options, and the reason that works is all these chords are in the same key, the key of G. And your first song example, which I'm going to show you today, is California King Bed by Rihanna. So an example of how that goes is, in a California king bed, we're 10,000 miles apart, and this same pattern, 2nd chord, 3rd chord, and 4th chord, repeats for the chorus of that song, and that gets used time and time again in lots of other songs. So we're playing this, it's quite a slow tempo on this song, so I'm playing this using 8th strumming, all downs, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and D. Okay? If you wish, you can put an upstroke after the 2 and A and 3 and A. The A would be an upstroke. 1 and 2 and A, 3 and 4 and A. 1 and 2 and A, 3 and 4 and A. And that really makes this sound much higher level strumming. It really makes it sound very professional. But to get it up to the speed of the record, feel free to just play along on the beats, or play just your 8th strumming, all downs. So whichever one you're more comfortable with. If you're still super new at playing these chords, just strum along 1 chord at the start of every bar. So 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, for example. But this will work with the original song, so let's give it a go now. Play along to me, and then you can play along to the Rihanna song. In, from a G, in 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, C. In the California King Bed, we're 10,000 G there. In that particular song, it is just the chorus that uses those 4 chords, and it is often the case that this kind of 4-chord song trick, that's an awful lot of songs, actually ends up only being quite a small part of it. The verse to that song is E minor 7 to a C add 9, so slightly different way to play these standard chords now. But we're only going to play 2 strings together out of those chords. We're going to play the 5th string with your thumb and the 2nd string with your middle finger or your 2nd finger. And that's how you get the sound of the original. If that's a little bit too tricky, you can always just strum the full chords. Sounds very pro on this if you can give it a slight tap on beats 2 and 4 as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally, that happens 3 times finally. G chord to a G with your first finger moved up 1 string and take your middle finger off. G and down. So that's just a quick snippet of that song, but I'm going to kind of rattle through quite a few songs here to show you how to play quite a few. The next one you can play without a capo is Pink and Effing Perfect. It's just swearing the original song as well. It's kind of, I'm not going to do it in this video because I don't want to. But for this one, pretty, pretty please, don't you ever feel any less than effing perfect. Exactly the same as the Rihanna song. And you know, they're both top female vocalists, and this kind of key of G tends to be really good with 4-chord songs for a female vocal range. So that's something for you to kind of be aware of and try out. So let's have a go. It's exactly the same one again. This one's for the whole song, so right from the start. 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, E minor, then a C. Okay, from your G in 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and C. 2, 3, 4. Pretty, pretty please, don't you ever feel any less than effing perfect. And on the G, absolutely perfect. Okay, that's the idea. Same kind of strumming pattern for Alicia Keys and No One. A massive hit, fabulous song, what an artist. If we stick your capo, if you have a capo, it will sound appropriate to the song if you play it with capo at 4th fret. No one, no one, no one. Okay, that's your whole chorus. And the verses as well, but there's a small bridge in that, and it's played in exactly the same way. So you can do this. You can play along to the record with this. If you don't have a capo, it will still work in the open position. But it would be no one, no one, no one, get in the way of what I'm feeling. No one, no one, no one. Still on 2 and 3 and 4, still 8 strumming, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, so that's perfect. Capo 3rd fret, and you can play along to High by the Lighthouse Family. This one's kind of my era, kind of late 90s. Really fun, absolutely whole song. 'Cause we are gonna be forever, you and me. Always keep me flying high in the sky. Love. Same strumming pattern, still these power 8s because they're all fairly slow tempos, and we're playing a bar of each chord, so this really, really works. Playing along to the song should be an absolute doll, as I say, all the way through. It's that same chord sequence. Let's just do that one more time. So this is High by the Lighthouse Family, capo 3rd fret, from your G chord, in 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, more time. 'Cause we are gonna be forever and me. One more. Always keep me flying high in the sky. Oh, and love. End on G. Perfect. Next song, we got The Call by Regina Spektor, which is also capo 3rd fret. It started out as a feeling, which grew into a hope, which then grew into a quiet thought, which then grew into a word. Okay, that's mainly just the start and the chorus part. The chord sequence does change, but there's no other chords in the song other than those chords that we've played in the 4 chords bit of it. So as I say, if you want to check that one out, I will put a chord sequence link below, and it's capo 3rd, so you know this is a song that you can do. If you don't have a capo, we'd be looking at bar chords or not being able to play along with the record. So definitely recommend one of these things. You can pick them up from as little as kind of $1 or £1 or €1, and yeah, they're really cool, really handy. I really recommend that you play along to the song with these as much as possible. It is the most fun you can have when practicing, but you can also play along to me as well. There's nothing wrong with that. Okie dokie, old classic here, capo 2nd for Country Roads. Slight tweak to the formula towards the end of the song on this one, but 4 chords for the vast majority. So we're going to change the strumming pattern slightly and make it a little more country. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Okay, and just a slight tweak to the formula. We're going to go C back to G at the end of that one. It's just that first sort of half of the chord sequence is your standards: G, D, E minor, C with capo at 2nd fret, and then G, D, C, end on G. As I say, all of these will be available in a chord sequence below. I'm just sort of showing you the possibilities and making sure that you're aware of these 4 chords. This can end up getting to a stage with you, if you're really familiar with this and you've played quite a few songs with them, where you can even hear a song on the radio, or you can hear a song from your record collection, MP3 collection I guess these days, and you can go, hey, that sounds like a 4 chord song, I think I can play that. And all you need to know is what's the first chord, and then you're away. You know how to play the song. So it's really cool to recognise this by ear. Another really famous one, Take On Me. It is in the. It's a really cool part of the Axis of Awesome's video, so I had to do this one. Still capo 2nd fret, and we're starting off in a G. Take on me, take on me. I'm not going to try and sing it because it's very high, but I do want you to play along with me on this one because it is a little bit faster, a little bit more challenging for you, and the same 4 chords, so we should be getting a little more used to the order now and more used to playing them. So we're going to be looking at doing a tempo of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, quite fast. Because it's faster, if you want to do this 8 strumming, you want to make sure you're doing it with downs and ups, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 ands. It's very quick, you might only want to do it on down strums, but I really recommend, if you can do high level strumming patterns, then why not, you know, it's going to sound better. As an example of that, first of all, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what we'd be looking at to be able to do it along to the record. The verses aren't in this kind of 4 chord song order, but they're the same chords, so very useful. Let's just have a go for the chorus. Okay, from your G chord. Kind of tempted to sing along. I kind of want to. In a 1, 2, 3, 4. Take on me, take on me, take me on. 1, 2, 3, 4. G, D, It's good fun though. Okay, if you really dig this 4-chord song idea, I'm going to be doing quite a few videos which I'll put in the links below, or put some annotations links here for you now, where this formula of a bar of each chord is slightly tweaked, maybe 2 bars of each, maybe only 2 beats of each. It can mean that the songs are harder to play or a little quicker, but because the chords are in the same order, you will be able to do this. You will be able to play along to all these songs if you just give it a little bit of time. Give it a couple of days to get used to it, and I promise you'll be able to do it. And I'm going to show you how to do them in the original keys of the song so that you can play along to the song as well. If you want to get hold of all these free video lessons in order, check out the website andyguitar.co.uk, where I've got a whole beginner's course laid out for you to coach you be able to get to this stage and beyond with some fun free video lessons. So hope to see you there.